What's up, guys? I have already filmed this video, but I realized that the microphone I was using made the video sound terrible. So, I don't know why, because normally it's pretty good, but I'm gonna film it with just the microphone on the phone. But anyways, most of you know I'm a 26-year-old master plumber. I've got my own company. Don't know how that really happened, honestly. It just kind of happened. Plum Poppin' LLC. If you're in the West Georgia area, surrounding Metro Atlanta area, whatever, give me a call. Give me a call. If your pipes start leaking or your toilet starts rocking, what does that say? Call Plum Poppin'. But anyways, guys, yeah, I'm 26-year-old. I have a master's restricted license because literally as soon as I go to apply for my master's license, apparently, according to the guy that I do classes with, Ron Anderson, he's like, yeah, Georgia's cracking down on just giving unrestricted license to everybody. So I go and apply for the unrestricted license, and apparently Georgia, they're wanting to see that you have experience working on high rises and hospitals and stuff. But the restricted license limits you to like, is it 10 or 15,000 square feet as far as commercial goes? It's like, what am I supposed to do with that? But Ron says they're supposed to be changing that to like 25,000 square feet, and they're supposed to be allowing you to do apartment complexes and stuff like that. But it's just dumb. Nobody this year was getting approved, or late last year was getting approved for a unrestricted license. So it has nothing to do with my qualification. Well, I guess it does because I don't have experience doing high rises and shit. But so nobody was getting approved for that. We were all in the class like, what's going on? So that's the story with that. Master restricted, but I'm still master plumber. Still have a company, and I do. But yeah, so I mean, a lot of people say, I should be proud of that, and I am. But I'm one of those people that's like, okay, what's next? I got my master's license, started my company. What's next? We're going to grow this thing. That's the plan. A lot of business owners don't make it past the first year, and I might be going and working for somebody else by the end of this year. You never know. Hopefully not. I'm going to do everything I can to not have that happen. But kind of how I did it was just, I don't know. I got with Angie's Leads, and that gave me some calls. That does cost you some money, but you have to spend money to make money. Like you're not gonna make any money if by word of mouth. You'll make a little bit, but you're not gonna. I just don't. I mean, I've heard people say that, yeah, word of mouth. No, people want to see reviews. People want to see experience. They want to see all that stuff, and you can't just magically tell everybody in your area about that. It takes a long time if you're gonna go strictly off of word of mouth. So you got to spend money to make money. My money spending choice was Angie Leads. They charge me $500 a month, and I get 14 to 24 leads. What does that say? 14. I get 14 to 24 leads, or 14 to 28, something like that, per month. And that's not enough to keep me busy because half the leads don't answer the phone anyways. So you really do need to charge accordingly, especially paying that much per month. Another thing I did was get with a property management company. They helped me out a lot as far as like just giving me little odd and end jobs. I give them a really cheap price because they give me such a quantity of work, so that I don't charge them my normal rates. So if I just get a little odd and end job from them here and there, it's not that much money, but it's something to do. It gets me out there, gets my truck riding down the road, gets more advertising going in my name. I want to work on getting a billboard next. That's expensive. That's $400 a month. So you got to spend money to make money, and it sucks because if you don't bring in money and you have to spend money, then it's like, oh shoot, I didn't really start this with like a whole bunch of savings or anything either. It just kind of came out of nowhere because I abruptly had to quit my dad's. Oh man, I don't have a lot of battery left. I abruptly had to quit my dad's, or actually I got fired, but from my dad, so I don't have that constant thing to do every week. Like he's always busy. I mean, he's been around for 30, 40 years. I don't know how long he's had his company, since I was born, and I'm 26. So I don't have him giving me calls anymore. I'm completely on my own. It's been super busy last week. This week has been busy. And Friday, I don't have anything though. It's Wednesday right now. I don't have anything for Friday. But I don't really, this isn't a video telling you how to do it because there's really no blueprint on how to start your company. Everybody has these videos like what you need to start your plumbing company. Like it really is possible to just start it. Put back a little bit of money and then start doing Angie Leads or something or Thumbtack. Because as much as everybody hates on those, like I even hate on those apps, it gets you started. And I mean, once you get started and you pay for their BS over a certain amount of time, you're getting your name out there with every customer you go to. Every Angie Lead customer or Thumbtack customer, give them a business card and hope that they will call you directly next time instead of going through Angie Lead. They'll tell their friends about you. And that's kind of the game plan. I don't plan on paying for Angie's Leads for more than a year or so, maybe 2 years. I have thought about upping my lead volume from them or either going back to doing Thumbtack as well. But it's the same thing. Like people put these inquiries on these apps and then they won't answer the phone. And so you just spent money and they didn't answer the freaking phone. So it's very frustrating. Or they're just price shopping over the phone. They're like, oh, I got a water heater. I'm gonna provide the heater. How much she charged to put it in? And you tell them the price and they're like, oh my God. The heater's, you're charging more than the heater. The heater's only $400. Yes, but don't even get me started. I gotta take the old heater out. I gotta provide the fittings. You didn't get an expansion tank, did you? No, you did not. I gotta provide the fittings, expansion tank, gotta take the old heater out, gotta haul that sumbie away, gotta put the new one in, put it in, like, I mean, this stuff costs money, guys. Just because you bought the material or the one fixture, I don't say material because you didn't buy all the material. Just because you bought that does not mean that it's gonna be $150 to put a heater in. I'm not a handyman. I got insurances and all this BS. Anyways, I'm going off on a rant. But yeah, this isn't a video to tell you how to do this. This is just telling you how I did it. It's kind of I have to make it or not make it. I'm telling you, if I don't, and I go back to another like job, I'm going for a manager position because, F all the BS. I've had supervisor positions before at another company, and every company I go, they pretty much like me. I don't really have any issues with anybody wherever I go, but we don't even need to talk like that because this is gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen. Yeah, so not really telling anybody how to do this. Just telling people that it's possible. I know my man Brass House over there in Texas, he says you have to have 10 years of experience before you can really start a company. I agree. You need as much experience as you can get. I just kind of had to do it just because I wasn't going to go work for somebody else after I left my dad, even though there's plenty of places I could go work. It's just I've never been about that. I don't like, I just like making my own decisions. I know that sounds childish. I don't know. But I like making my own decisions, so I kind of have to make it work, Like, I didn't have a crazy amount of savings. I went and financed a van, so I still got to make payments on that. And I built up my equipment over the 6 years I've been doing this. That's all I can say to do. Don't jump into it at 3 or 4 years. I mean, you can't even get a master's license in Georgia with that amount of time, but I'm right there at the little over 6 year mark, and I've had my master's license since December, and it's February. So we're just going for it, boys. We're swinging for the fences, or whatever they say, kicking home runs. Anyways, but yeah, that's how you do it, guys. You just do it. You don't even think about it. You just go and do it. Don't listen to anything I'm saying, especially if it gets you in financial trouble.